Ummul Baneen held the hands of Abbas feeling grateful. And then she wore her hijab using the flag of Abu Talib. Ummul Baneen held the hands of Abbas feeling grateful. And then she wore her hijab using the flags of Abu Talib. And with Allah she'd converse, saying, thank you Allah for Abbas. When Allah the Almighty created the stars, He told Ummul Baneen, pick 4 and they are yours. She would pick 3, but then in her eye something glitters. He descends, and when He does, the sky it shatters. The flag that He holds sings her praises when it flutters. And besides His mother's order, nothing else matters. What a sight when Ummul Baneen and Abbas would first meet. The feathers on Abbas's helmet, they would bow down to her feet. She says, O Lord of the universe, thank you Allah for Abbas. Ummul Baneen was a mother like no other, because when she would walk, a moon and 3 stars would circle her. If she ever wept, then Abbas's flag would shudder. If she slept, it stood over her as a protector. Where is the flag that every son gives his mother? You'll find it in the hands of Hussein's flag bearer. Because of Abbas, Ummul Baneen conquered motherhood. And in return, Ummul Baneen taught Abbas brotherhood. She'd say in better or worse, thank you Allah for Abbas. Allah testifies when Abbas's soul He summons. Only daughters of lions give birth to lions. If when Ali was born, the house of God opens, then what house is open for Ummul Baneen's 4 sons? When Muhammad was attacked, Ali's skin toughens. And when Hussein is in fear, Abbas's blood thickens. Like when all ran away, but by Muhammad Ali stood. Abbas stands guarding his Hussein like a mountain of Uhud. After those who ran, she'd curse. She says, thank you Allah for Abbas. When Abbas with severed hands was struck upon his head, Ummul Baneen came and she closed his one eyelid. He'd not fall to the ground, but into her lap instead. She used her tears to wash away the blood that he bled. She took his flag and she placed it over her forehead. I wish I had 10 more to give away, she said. I wish I had 10 more to give away, she said. I wish I had 10 like Abbas who could die on this day. All of them who, when recalling Hussein, water they'd throw away. Her prayer was like a descended verse when she says, thank you Allah for Abbas. When Abbas with severed hands was struck upon his head, Ummul Baneen came and she closed his one eyelid. He'd not fall to the ground, but into her lap instead. She used her tears to wash away the blood that he'd bled. She took his flag and she placed it over her forehead. I wish I had 10 more to give away, she said. I wish I had 10 like Abbas who could die on this day. All who, when recalling Hussein, water they throw away. Her prayer was a descendant verse as she says, thank you Allah for Abbas. Ummul Baneen left this world sunless but proud that the severed hands of her sons had never bowed. There is only one mother ever who had vowed that when her son dies, no water he'd be allowed. The gravedigger tries to shroud her. She cries aloud, how can I have no shroud when Hussein has no shroud? How can I have no shroud when Hussein has no shroud? Ummul Baneen is laid to rest, and beside her grave stands a headless Hussein and her Abbas with 2 severed hands. And her prayer they would rehearse, thank you Allah for Abbas. And her prayer they would rehearse, thank you Allah for Abbas. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. A second louder salawat, please. And a third in honor of Sayyidah Zainab alayhi salam. Ummul Baneen had a guest, aged decades from all the pain.